Guess I'm going live without the hat. A little different tonight. Anyway, I got a chance to meet my neighbors. Um, I'm kind of disturbing their peace because I'm joining their street. I'm like this guy that just happens to be on the street and they don't know why. If I talk to the neighbor, she's like, the girl's sitting out and she's like, "Hey, I finally saw you, man. I see you." I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just been going back and forth to doctors, and I've been gone all day long for the last 3 days. I've been coming in at basically at dark. Nobody sees me. Can't see me." So anyway, I met up, and I told them I was broke down, and they were really cool. They got me some ice, filled up my ice chest, and her husband tried to help me figure out what was wrong with the RV, and we did some tests on it. We tapped the starter. That didn't work. I tried jumping it with the jump starter that I had. That didn't work. Um, there's a couple other things we could still do. Um, there doesn't seem to be spark. There's, like I said, I could take the dog. What do you call this thing here? It's a dog house. You pull that off. It's inside. You get to the motor. There's a distributor up in there. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to see if that distributor moves. If the distributor moves, I know that's the problem because there's a pin in there, and that pin has broke 2 different times now. So, according to the mechanic, couldn't break a third time because they put a steel pin in there. Tell you what, anything's possible with any vehicle, no matter what. So anyway, I'll check that. We need to get a guy that knows more about it. I'm gonna get a price on a mobile mechanic because they know one, and so we'll see if he could do me a little favor. Diagnose it for a cheap price. We'll get a diagnosis as to what it really truly is. But I'm already trying to figure out. I know I got the damn battery dead now, so I'm charging up the jump starter. We're going to charge up the battery. We'll do that tomorrow. So we're going to try those 2 things. I tend to believe it's one of 2 things, or 3 things. It's either no gas coming up to the engine. There's an easy thing to figure that. Now, if you take the gas line out, which is below, all I got to do is, it's because I'll tell you what, because I think it could be the fuel filter, or the fuel pump. Excuse me, the fuel pump could be causing it. Because if I turn the ignition and there's no gas coming through the line, that's the problem right there. Because that means there's no gas feeding. The funny thing is, if I turn the ignition, usually you can hear the fuel pump come on. You can hear a little click. I don't hear that. I haven't heard that yet. So all the times I tried it, I've been trying to hear that because that's the key. So, but I had that fuel pump replaced about 4 months ago. But I'll tell you what, they go bad. It could be when it's gone bad. People don't, even the mechanic that did it doesn't want to hear that, but it could be. That's a big job, man. You gotta pull the whole motor out to do it. Not the motor, but the fuel tank has to come out completely to do that because that pump is inside inside the fuel tank. So nobody wants to hear that. That's a terrible job to do, man. I just did that job over when it was hot in the summertime. So I don't know. Well, hopefully it's not that. I tend to believe it could be the alternator. That's what I'm thinking. It's because the volts were really low. It was all the way down when I stalled, and I just think that the voltage was so low that it just stalled the vehicle. That's what I think happened. But I'll tell you what, if I turn the ignition and I got no fuel coming out of that line. It's a real easy thing to pull that line underneath there. I've done it already, so I know what to do on that. So I don't like to do that because I tend to pull that thing off the last time, and and the thing just kept leaking, even though I tightened it on there really good, you know. So the jumping and nope, jumping had no did. I mean, it wasted. It basically took my jump starter and drained it to zilch in like I don't know, like 3 or 4 tries, clicks. It drained that thing down to down to zero. That's weird. That's pretty crazy. Um, that tells me something is really draining that charging system. There's a lot of pull, and that a lot of that pull could be that start the not starter but the alternator. But nobody wants to believe that. Everybody I've talked to doesn't tend to believe that. But if I could get the alternator off and take it into AutoZone, they could spin test that and they'll tell you right away what if it's good or bad, right? But I'll tell you what really suck is if it tests really good, you know, then it'll be like, oh man, all that work and like, but you know, you gotta start somewhere, you know. That's one place to come in and try it. But let's see who is in on here. I don't know. I got Caesar in here. I had Supertramp in there earlier. I was at Carl's Jr. Yeah, no, thing is, you got to have the vehicle there or have the alternator out, and that's a bitch because it's a serpentine belt. There's one big belt in there. There's actually two belts on my system here. One one goes to one thing, one goes to another. So I got to take a look at, you know, I got to take some things off to see. We kind of, you know, we kind of looked at that. We tried to figure that out a little earlier today. There wasn't much time. We spent about maybe 45 minutes trying to, you know, isolate some things to see if we can, you know, narrow it down between something, but really couldn't come up with any conclusion on it yet. At least not yet. But tomorrow I think we'll get somewhere. But if we can get the mechanic out here, that will tell the story because he'll be able to diagnose this right off the bat. He'll take him. He'll be able to do that within probably, let's say, 20 minutes. Yeah, because you could put a tester on that on the alternator, and we could get some numbers off of that. But first of all, we want to get the charging system up because that's going to tell us something. Once we get the charging system all charged, then we could see, you know, then we could watch it. If it's bad, if that alternator's bad, it's going to it's just going to drain right straight down really quick. It has to be quick because I had to be completely charged up when I took off from my friend's place. And I only drove for about less than, I'm going to say 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, that sucker was all the way down. Usually, that's a pretty drastic drop. I've had that happen with my Dodge before. My charging system went all the way down really quick. I probably had with the truck. I probably got maybe 30. I'd say I got 8, probably 10 minutes. And that thing drained down pretty much. And that thing kicked it, stalled too. I couldn't get that thing to fire up as well. So there's an indication there, you know, between the truck and this. I've had 2 vehicles do this now. Freaking crazy. But yeah, I mean, I think I had one other vehicle do it too. But with the thing with the Dodge truck, the charging system was built into the computer system. This thing doesn't have a computer, so there's a difference there. But the Dodge, I knew somebody that knew something about that, and they snipped the charge wires off from the main computer, and we put an external what do you call those things? We had a basically we sideswiped we side uh, I'm not gonna say sideswipe, but we basically put up a box. I forget what you call those. Most vehicles don't have them anymore, but we ran that with the positive negative wire right straight to the alternator, which would continually feed that alternator some power, and so that's what we did, and it worked, and it did the job, and it kept the thing charging and kept it going. But then down the road, some other things happened, and we couldn't get the thing to really operate properly or whatever. I got the thing sold. Guy got the thing running, and the guy bought it for like $950. He got a good deal on the truck. He's saying the truck was a piece of shit. It was not. Broken sleeve springs. I go, don't. I mean, yeah, we pulled some firewood and stuff. Broke the leaf springs. No big deal, man. It's really a simple job to put leaf springs in. And it's not going to cost. You go to a junkyard and get two of those for like probably $25. And, so big deal. Like a little monkey grease, and you get a good. And that truck had less than 100,000 miles on it too, so he got a good motor. That truck, a Dodge truck I had three. That was what was it? Three. I can't. Oh, it was a 318 Dodge. 318 is what it was. I forgot what side, but that's what it was. So that was a good motor. Those motors go forever. I said, dude, you got a good motor there. You got a good deal. That truck, yeah, it's a work truck, but you know what? It's a decent truck. For $950, you got a deal. I'd like to say it, but no, you didn't get taken here. Believe me, I was taken on a lot of vehicles, so I said no, 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 no. The Chevy Blazer I bought was a piece of shit. That was a freaking lemon from the start. I just kept putting money into that thing, and money, everything. Every time I couldn't turn a corner, that thing was eating something else up. I'm like, when's it gonna stop? I replaced the tranny, the freaking what do you call it, the main computer, everything on that freaking thing. But my friend's got it now. It needs the wire harness, the main one. He's got to replace that now. So I told Paul, for 400, you bought that thing for $400. I put 3,500 into that thing. You got a smoking deal, dude. If you're gonna spend, if you gotta spend 250 for that wiring harness that he needs to get, and he's crying over that. I go, 250, dude. I paid way over that. You're you do this, and you got a good running vehicle. You got 4-wheel drive. You got brand new tires. You got new rims. The only thing I didn't do to the damn thing, which I couldn't come up with, was $850 for the air conditioning. But if he wants air conditioning, roll down your windows. There's your air conditioning. Hate to say it, Phoenix, Arizona's a hot place. Good thing, hopefully, I will not be in Phoenix, Arizona, as I am right now. Come time for summer, I will be out of here for sure. I will bank my words on it. Let's see what. So what did you do all day? Let's see, tests. Let's see. That was all day. I went to the doctor's early this morning. I got on the first bus at like 7. Not the first bus, but one of the very first buses, and got on the buses and made my way to the doctor's. I got to the doctor's office at 8:30 this morning, and then I spent another hour waiting to get into the doctor. Spent $60 to see the doctor. Um, I saw my regular doctor actually. She wasn't there the previous day, but they gave me a wrong prescription stuff. But anyway, I took the new stuff, and then the stupid CVS told me that my insurance wouldn't cover those. I'd have to pay full price out of pocket, which is like $200 for the medications, and that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna figure something else out. I'm gonna call the insurance probably Monday. Oh, and I can't call Monday because everything's closed. Tuesday we'll call. I think it's President's Day, and I'm going to figure out what the heck. I'm going to tell them this is what I had. This is what I'm supposed to get. Now, why do you not cover this under my insurance? So they told me the same thing with the other stuff I was taking. Same thing they told me. Same story. I told the girl, she didn't even want to talk to me. I go, I don't want to talk to you, girl. Get out of my, go. I mean, you know what you're talking about. I go, I got good insurance. I got Medicaid. Don't tell me it doesn't cover it. Don't even go there with me. I could go to Walmart and they will cover that. It's CVS. They're going out of business. That's what somebody told me today. The whole corporation's folding up. CVS is not even going to be in business. I didn't know that until I heard that today, but anyway, that's what's going on there. Anyway, I still got this leftover cough. The stuff I was going to get was going to take that away and open up my airways better. And when I did that breathing machine, that was cool. It opened up my airways and gave me some comfort. I could actually sleep decently, and not have to gag in the middle of the night. But I'm going to gag tonight. I just know it. I've been gagging here and there. I get that little tickle comes back, and then I have to cough it out. And anyway, I went to, what else did I do? I stopped at the 99-cent store. That was cool. I haven't been one of those in a while. Got some vegetables with some ranch dressing. I tried something new. I never bought their dressing. I've done it before and I didn't like it. But the stuff I bought was good. The vegetables were great. It had pea pods, it had broccoli, it had carrots, and one other vegetable in there. But it was good. I used the ranch dressing for dip, and I was happy with it. So, and that's all I ate. And I don't need to eat anything. Those vegetables raw with the dip was. I got something to drink too. I forgot about that. And of course, the people next door were cool, and they got me some. Basically, filled up a bag of ice from their ice maker. So that was cool. That was great. And they got to meet me, and I think the one lady's. I gotta remember her first name. I think her name was Nancy, I believe. And her husband, I can't remember his first name. Oh, I hate that. I got to just literally do a video introducing myself so I can remember their names because it sucks. I'm just terrible with it. They probably won't remember mine too, I bet. I'm hoping that they don't remember mine, so I'll say, hey, I'm sorry, but bad with first names. But I've been here a week, and they got this new neighbor here that just kind of pulled up, and it's not that just pulled up. I told him I'm broke down, and so I had some people in here. Let's see. I think Caesar. I think you're the only one in here. I believe. I think. I normally wear my cap, and trying to think what else. So the lady goes, then if you're dead up in the front there, how you getting lights back there? And I'm like, because that's separate, and this is solar versus that's not solar. So that could be dead, and it's okay. It's no big deal. I don't need lights up in there anyway. The radio, I'd like to use the radio for playing the movies. I'd hook up a cord, and put it on. I'd put it on a separate channel, auxiliary, and then I can get sound coming through the speakers. I think I could probably still do that. I could watch a movie tonight. I'll probably do that. Since it's freaking Saturday, it's party night, Time to party. Party with, I don't know, not much. And they got a scooter, too. I think he knows something about scooters. And I got a scooter to put together, too, so maybe he can help me with that. I don't know. That'd be great if I can get the scooter working, man. Charging that baby up, I got transportation. At 30 miles an hour and put a seat on it. Somebody sent me a message. God, who's that? I don't know who that is. I don't know where these people are coming from. Two different numbers tonight. I don't. It's local too. It's right 480 number. It's right in Phoenix here. That's a Scottsdale Tempe number. So I don't know. Take a look at that too. I don't know. Oh, the other thing, I talked with the gal from Facebook that I grew up with. So her and I are just going, talking and chatting and chatting. And so we seem to be doing pretty good. So keep working with that, and that she could work out to be a girlfriend here, man. That could end my loneliness here. She knows I live out of my RV, and she's cool with all the stuff I told her. She tells me all her stuff, and I've never had that before. That's funny. I've met some other ladies before, but never could keep a chat thing or anything going for a length of time. She keeps it going, man. She keeps feeding me, and it's like, that's good. She's got there's interest there, and we're both. I have to really work at this because I'm used to staying by myself. I'm not used to having somebody coming in there and, taking up some time. It's like, a lot of times I'll sit here and just do nothing. Wow, but, a lot of people walking through here tonight, heard some voices and stuff coming through, and people are curious, who the hell's in this damn thing? It's funny. Who is in this freaking RV, they don't know. Some more people came in here, I don't know. So then test the starter. I'll have to test the starter hopefully tomorrow. We'll see if we can eliminate that. And then also take the doghouse off. And now if that distributor moves, that's the problem right there. That, a lot of times, because when the starter went out the previous time, not starter, but actually the distributor went out. Not that it went out, it's just that the pin broke in there. And I lost the power just like I did this time. And the thing was dying. And we barely could I was only like 3 miles away from the shop. So we got the thing back, but he couldn't drive it very fast, man. He couldn't go faster than 25 miles an hour. It wouldn't go any faster than that. So I really, truly believe another pin busted in that freaking distributor. But I can find that out tomorrow. I'll make sure I take the stuff out of the front seat area, and I'll take that doghouse off and take a look, and I'll put my hand on that distributor and do that. See what I come up with here. I think that's the first thing I'll do when I wake up. Is I'll take that time to do that right off the bat. That'll just, I don't want to spend any time trying to figure this and this and that. All that time taking something off of this and that, when I could just open that doghouse up. If that thing turns, that's it. Then it's a motor issue again, but I can't get it towed over there. So best thing to do is I get a mechanic to fix it here, and then save the receipt and make those bastards pay for it, and take them to court as well. Take them to court, sue them for twice as much. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know yet. I'll just play one thing at a time and take one step at a time and one thing and see where it leads me. But yeah, I've had the doghouse off. I've taken it off, so it's not that difficult to take off. I just got to take all the things that are in that doghouse out of it, get it out, get it in a bag, keep everything together that goes where it needs to go, and then take the thing off, and then I can just recreate, put the same things back, and then put the damn doghouse back in after I'm finished figuring out what I got to figure out. But at least the cough is a little better. I got strength in my stomach that I didn't have. It's better. Do you think I'm better, guys? I mean, am I hacking as much? I think I was hacking seemed like every minute and a half I was hacking really bad. and they did that breathing machine, and that seemed to help out a lot. And then of course, I got those antibiotics in me, and those made a big difference. I still got that tickle, but it's not as bad. But yeah, I got 4 more pills to take to finish that out, and then I'll gotta wait for the other stuff. This other stuff they say I need to use a machine or something. I don't need to use a machine. Come on, I can't. I can't afford a machine at this time. I told the doctor I can't come back there until the third or actually the fourth when I get paid because I won't have any money. I told him, man, I can't. I'd have to pay another 60 the next time, and so it's like that's getting bad now. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, I got to go back into the doctors. Okay, they're raising the rates. Their normal rate for copay is $30. So that's going to go. Their copay is now going up. It's doubling. It's going to be 60. But they're going to add another fee to it, which is going to make it $70. So every time you go see a doctor, it's 70. It's going to be $70, the lowest cost. That's not really a lot of money, but it's a lot for me because Medicare. I mean, Social Security is not that much money, man. That'll eat up. If I have to see the doctor, normally I don't know. I guess if I normally I'd see a doctor probably once a month, or twice a month. Like this is more because I gotta go back and see, since I've had this bronchitis. She said I also have pneumonia too. Thing is, you don't want to get double pneumonia. That stuff kills you. You could die from double pneumonia. You get double pneumonia. You're in the hospital with that. Then you're gonna be in the hospital for about a couple weeks. It's not a picnic, man, with that stuff. I had a friend that had that, and yeah, he said it was no picnic. He didn't like it. He said it was terrible. It was highly expensive for him too. Of course, he's a wealthy man, so it's a little different for him. He doesn't have. He has to pay full price because he didn't have an insurance policy, so for his medical, so he had to pay out the yin yang for that. You know what that cost. So I know what my other stuff cost. It was I didn't even want to think about it, but at least I got something. But I know the CVS up here is freaking terrible. They're not good there at all. Um, Heck, I bought stuff in the 99-cent store, and I registered on their damn door when it opened. They came running out, and they went and looked at the bag. I had all my receipts from the 99-cent store, and they're like, "Nope, yeah, you got your stuff. Not from our place." I go, "Heck, you can look at the videos. I walked straight to the pharmacy. I never left. I never touched anything in your store. I purposely did that because I didn't want to be accused of anything, especially with the bag. I had one of those hot coal bags from the 99-cent store. I had 4 bags. I put all those 4 bags into that one bag, so I didn't have to. And I thought I'd use a shopping cart, but they have locking wheels, and I couldn't get the shop cart over to where the bus thing was. So I just walked all the way. I had a cane, luckily, and carried the stuff in my left hand and the right hand with my cane, and I got to the bus. Perfect timing. I just finished shopping and got in and got over to the bus stop. In 2 minutes, the bus just arrived. So, and yeah, so it was pretty cool. I got over there, and things worked out pretty good. So it was a good day, even though I didn't. At least I got to check something out on the RV. I wanted to try to do a process of elimination of what it could be or what I think it could be. I talked to the mechanic. I left a text message. He didn't get back to me, so something's up there too. But yeah, I need the money from that truck. Um, I need to find out if I can get up. Maybe somebody can give me a ride. Maybe the neighbors here maybe might be able to work out a deal with me and drive me up to Cottonwood, and I can get that level 3 inspection done on that truck, and then I can get the check from State Farm up there, right there, and Cottonwood. I got to call State Farm anyway and see once I get that. How do I get that check? Do you have to mail it to me, or how's this check gonna come, and how long is it gonna take? I gotta figure all this stuff out so I know when I can actually get the money going. I could. That's it's a chunk of change. That'd be plenty to get this RV back on the road, get that mechanic paid, and get you know. I think the mechanic should just come drive that truck down here. It's got plenty of gas in it. I'll give him the rest of the gas money. I do the inspection right here. Call State Farm. Have them get that check to me down here because my mailing address, they're going to want to mail it to Glendale, which is where my friend lives. And then I'd have to just take a bus over there to get that check. But I think that could work out the best. And then that way he can finish up hooking up the little truck to this RV. And then my thinking is that once I get this thing running, get it hooked up, I hit the road. I go right straight to Quartzsite or maybe Parker. I don't know, one of the two. I'm thinking maybe Parker. It's going to be warmer over there. Be like this weather here. Maybe a little bit cooler, but I think I'm going to hang here just a bit so I can heal up a little bit. Take the time to heal before I head out. I don't want to get myself sick and get myself in a pickle. At least I want to be to where my regular doctor is over here, because she's used to everything I do. She knows my condition and all that kind of stuff. So. I'm trying to get that stuff to loosen up. I've had some stuff come out. I've been able to actually cough up some of this stuff, which is, that's what you want. Get that stuff all, mucus all loosened, and then cough it out. My sinus is drying up, so that's a better thing too. So I'll blow my nose, and I got that nasal spray too. I'll put that in there and do the things I can do. Anyway, I got this. Where I got it? The bag I was going to show you. See the bag I got from the 99-cent store. Right there. It's what I'm saving, because I could put that I'm on the bus and I go shop and I put all my stuff in this bag. And it makes it a lot easier to get those plastic bags that break. This thing held a lot of weight. I got some chicken. Oh, thinking of chicken noodle. I need to make some chicken noodle soup today. That's going to help fight this thing. Some chicken broth in there. I bought 2 cans of that. And I got, what else did I get? Oh, I got the soup too. I got some people I know a lot of bands, and they're all sending stuff through. I can't get out. I could get out to where they're playing, but because I could actually, I'm right next to the light rail right here. I could hop on that and get right down to Tempe in like 30 minutes. So that'd be kind of cool. That's cool, because I could travel all the downtown Phoenix. I could do all kinds of things taking this light rail for $2. $2 for a whole day pass. So you use a regular bus pass, it's still good for the light rail. It's all the same. So that light rail's cool. I think I'm gonna do a video on that light rail. I should, because a lot of people don't know what the city of Phoenix has, for traffic and transportation needs for pedestrians and stuff. So that'd be handy for people that may be moving or maybe visiting here. At least they know that they can hop on this thing and they can get to certain places, without some great difficulty. They can hop on a regular bus too, and get to, places as well. I'm an expert with these buses. I've been using them for a while. I used them before, so it's pretty cool. So I'll show people, do a nice little video on that, and say, hey, this is such and such. I just walk over here, and, Okay, yeah, take a shower. So let's see. There's three. There's some more people in here. I just don't know who they are. So I don't know. I have no clue. Other than Caesar's in here. I know Caesar's here. Um, I always do these feeds. It's Glenn and D. Glenn and D. You think it could be in here? That's a possibility. I talked to. I actually talked to Glenn, and Glenn said he's subscribed to me. Yeah, it could be. That could be. I don't know. But yes, I am subscribed to Glenn now, and I'm subscribed to D too, both of them. So and they're subscribed to me, I think too. Glenn said he was. I I think I told Glenn. I left a message for Candy to let's iron out our differences. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm definitely sub to you too. Yeah, all the people that come in here, I'm sub to big time. I did that right away. So I just the second time I think you came in, I didn't think about it, and I clicked you. I clicked. Yeah, I just hit your picture there, and yeah, it's got a And what it does, you click on your thing, and it'll tell you, you know, do you need to join the channel? It'll take you right to the channel, and then you join it. With yours, when you click it, it says action report, remove, put in timeout, hide, use. Oh, remove, put in timeout, and hide. Ah, they got. Oh yeah. Hold on. It said so that the user on this channel hide the users on this channel. So that means the person coming in here can hide themselves. And it's pretty wrench. I don't even know how. I can't do that with this phone. I wish I could. Believe me. I'd love to give you a wrench. If I could run the laptop off of internet, with the laptop you have that option. I believe that you can actually then you can set somebody up a wrench. And a lot of people see, most people I think that have that, they're using iPhones. And I'm not. I got an Android phone, so that's a deal there. But yeah, hopefully I'll sleep good tonight. I'm gonna take some extra something. Try to feel a little bit better. Take something to help clear my sinuses. I got to sleep with clear sinus, man. That drives me up a wall. You know, just I don't know. Maybe I might pull the scissor couch out so I get a little bit more room to sleep. That might be something I'll do. Give me that way. I can sleep really a lot more comfortably in here. Doing that. I feel better now knowing that the neighbor across the way knows. I met the other people across that way. I met these people here. I've met like four of these neighbors on right next to me, so that's cool. If Glenn asks you to go and join him on the road, let's see if Glenn asked you to join him on the road with you. Oh, you mean him coming to this RV? He wouldn't do that. He'd never do that. Nah, not even. He's got his 40 foot. It'd be a lot more comfortable to do a road thing with his. They're hanging out in Las Vegas. They're staying in Las Vegas actually. That's where they've been made it. That's him and D made a home in Las Vegas. There, they seem to like that place. No, you both will. Let's see. No, you both will stay in your own RV. But oh man, I'd have to get everything out of this RV. Literally, I'd have to get all my guitars out of here. Everything would have to come out. I'd have to get a storage unit to do that. I'm gonna put some money away for the storage unit because I'm gonna get one. It's gonna be in one of two places, Flagstaff or Cottonwood. I haven't decided yet, but I'm not at that point yet because it's not hot right now. But it gets. I'll tell you what. Once March hits here, Phoenix, Arizona gets toasty right away. March instantly, man. It's just like boom. I'm gonna tell you, probably the middle. What are we? We're already in February. It's already warmed up somewhat. But it rained here and it kind of got chilly a little bit. But watch, give it a couple weeks. It'll be 80 degrees. Before you blink an eye. That's what I think. That's what it's going to be like. Las Vegas, not even. Las Vegas stays cooler than Phoenix. Las Vegas does get hot. It tends to get as hot as Phoenix. It really does. I think last summer we were actually cooler than Las Vegas. Overall, our temperatures were less average per day than what Las Vegas was. I think. Pretty sure it was. I could go back and check the records and match up Phoenix per Las Vegas and see what the temperatures were on each of our same days, and that'll tell the story. I'll start off with the month of May. Actually, I'll go April. So April, May, June, all the way through, and see day for day per calendar day. We'll figure out who was the winner when it came to being hotter or cooler or whatever. I got fans in here too. I got 2 DC fans. I'll probably buy another one. Get the plug for it. Anyway, I got the DC TV too. I had Pandemonium I spoke to from the tribe. I spoke to her, and she told me what to do with the DC TV. She told me to run the cord directly to the battery bank and put a fuse link on the positive side, and do that. So I'll see. I'll call Jensen TV up and I'll ask them what I should do. See if they actually make that cord with both sides so it plugs in, and maybe I don't have to do that fuse link. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I don't have to. I don't know. I'll check the options for against it though. I always check everything usually. There's no reason why I shouldn't check on this too. Make sure I hook up everything the proper way. I don't want to blow the TV up. When I first buy it. So if I have to fuse it, then I'll ask them if I should do that, or maybe there's a fuse already built inside the TV. So I'll check that out too. I'll check all my options, what options I have available to me. So I'll look into all that. So now I watched. He did an interview with some rock person that was like a rock star. I didn't know the person. I guess he knew the person. He got the person to come on his channel, and he did a really good job on the interview. He sounded like a professional interviewer, interviewing a rock star. I thought he did as good job as any professional would, doing that kind of thing. But, probably better than me. I know that. I don't do interviews with people. He's used to doing it, I've done it, with people. I did with one guy up in Cottonwood when he had this guy had this cool car, and I immediately made a mistake coming up to him because I do the same thing, and I gotta stop this. I speed myself up and I talk too fast and I get excited when I just need to just take my time and talk word for word clearly and not overdo it, and just take my time talking. That's all, and think about what I'm going to say. In other words, before I do the interview, I'm going to make an outline of what I'm going to talk about, and how long the interview is going to be. I did this before with the guy up in Parker, and turned out really good. We did an outline. We made 4 segments for like we're going to talk about something for 5 minutes here, next 5 minutes, next 5 minutes. We did 4 segments and we had the outline, and we even had a cue card I put up so I could see it, and I kept and I had a timer going per each thing, so I knew when my time was coming up, and then I would immediately go into the next. I go, okay, we finished. We're going to break. Between each one, I would go to a break and put it on pause because I uploaded on those. I didn't do a live feed. I didn't have a live feed available at that time. So, but yeah, it worked out really good. I edited the thing, and it did. Actually, I did edit, but I didn't. I kind of did it like a live feed, but I kept everything in just the way it was, and it just turned out. And had some cussing in there, and I left all that in, and it's amazing. That video just took off. Like everybody just wanted to watch that video, and I would have loved to do it again. I'd love to meet up with that guy because he was perfect. We had beer, I had wine, he had cheese, crackers. I mean, I go, oh, we got a little bit of everything. We got some wine with the cheese with the wine. Right, we went into that, a little bit, and we covered stuff on the RTR about Bob Wells, what we both thought about Bob Wells. What we thought about the RTR, what we thought was good about it, what we thought was bad about it. What could be better? How could we make the RTR better for the next upcoming year? Talked about that in one 5-minute segment. Then we went on about some other stuff. I forget what we had, but I ended up deleting that video, and I'm sorry I did that because that was such a good video. It was funny too. It was not. It was just hilarious. I talked about the tribe, how the tribe didn't like me, and I didn't care about them either. So I said it was vice versa in terms of what they think of me and I think of them. No big deal. I said, okay, we got that. We understand that. We got that. Everything's understood in regards to this subject. Okay, we're going to the next. Now we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back. We're gonna tell you about. We're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about this for the upcoming segment, and then we'll go to commercial break. And I just say, okay, we're going to commercial break. We'll be back. We'll be back right back with you folks. Don't change the dial. We'll be right back. Okay. And I just pause it and then I'm gonna get set up and we just hit the pause button again and we're back. We're back recording. It turned out good. I mean, that's the kind of things I should do for my stuff. for my for some like interview type stuff. You want to have all that kind of organized a little bit. You want to know what you're going to say, what you're going to talk about, how much time you're going to spend talking about those subjects, and I think then your interview is going to just turn out a lot better. If I want to interview a rock star, how would I do it? I do it the same way I did with that video. I talk about I'd go over all those segments with that person before I even had them on the video. That way they're comfortable. Now they know what's going to be said. They're going to know what kind of questions are being thrown at them and when. And how they have to answer it. Or they could just answer however they want. It's not a scripted thing. We're just basically covering a segment per each 5 minutes, and we're just going to do it that way. And that's how I would do it. At least for my channel. I don't. But D, obviously, he's got his own style. He's got a good style. He does a good job. Glenn talks pretty good. He did that UFO thing, and I thought the UFO thing was okay. But I thought that Rockstar thing was much better. He did a much better job on that one. I don't know what he did differently on that, but I can honestly say he did a really fantastic job talking with that individual, on those particular subjects and whatever. However he determined how he was going to do it. Did a great job with it. I was really impressed with it, and I couldn't say anything against it for sure. And then of course Glenn wasn't part of that. Glenn was. I thought maybe those two would have been together in this, but no. D kept that thing. Kept his channel to himself, within himself, to interview these individuals like that or that particular individual, and it really did shine, and it was good. I was impressed. So if they are hiding in the background, then they know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this. So I'm not hiding anything. I'm not trying to cover up on anything. I'm just letting everything just come out just as it should. And when it comes to interviewing people and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get into some of that stuff myself. I don't know who everybody. Dave, Did, did you see my question? Did you? Did the neighbors offer you anything? Did they say you were bugging? No, 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 they did not. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that question. No, I did, but what I didn't try to beg or anything. I just said, hey, I'm broke down here, and I could certainly use help with. I did say I could use help with ice. I definitely said that because I said I didn't have a working refrigerator, and I was kind of e-begging like Caravan Carolyn about with her refrigerator. I kind of did the same thing. I'm guilty of being an e-beggar there. I e-begged for some ice, but it came from their ice machine, their automatic ice maker. So they have a big ice maker that they use to make. That's cool. I probably could get one of those too. Just pour some water in there and run it off the generator, and not generator, but the solar. I'll have to look into that. But right now, I don't have the cash for that type of setup. So I think it's so. I didn't ask for help. I just kind of like they kind of came. They kind of threw that out there. Like, hey, is there anything we could do for you? And that's when I said, actually, you could. I could use some ice. I said, I basically what I was trying to get to is could I get a ride to get a bag of ice, or could I give them money to go get some ice for me? That's what I was thinking more in regards to, in regards to that question. But no, they offered, no, we got a good ice maker. It makes a lot of ice, and we're glad to help you out with that. So that's cool. It goes fast, but it's preserving my stuff an extra day. I'm gonna have to open up the window tomorrow and kind of dump out the water, that's in there. That water weighs a lot. As you know, water weighs 8 pounds per gallon of water. Every gallon of water weighs 8 pounds, so it certainly does add up. So I'll have to get this window directly behind me opened up, and then open it up really good so I can get all that water out of there drained, and get some more ice built up in there so I can keep things properly refrigerated with this ice chest here. So yeah, I got instant coffee, so I'm good there. I got creamer, so it's important I get to keep that creamer cold. So I got vanilla creamer, so it really makes the coffee taste good in the morning. That was nice this morning. I got up at like 5:30 this morning. I made freaking ran the microwave, and I got a little small pizza, a little frozen pizza that was actually thawed out. Ran that in there for about a minute and a half, and pizza was done. And then I got this coffee, got the I boil. That's what. Oh, I forgot. Another thing, I'm gonna need some water too. My jugs are getting empty, so I'm gonna. That's a big help too, because I can't carry those. That's 8 pounds per gallon. Each container is that's 8 times 3. That's 8 times 2. That's 24 pounds. That's the 8 and 8, 16. Yeah, 24. 24 pounds. One of those 3 gallon containers weighs when you fill that up. That's a lot of weight for me to carry on with my knee that's kind of effed up. So you don't store water in your fresh. I do, but you don't ever drink from that. No, that's just strictly. You just. I could boil water, but it wouldn't taste as good. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that from where I dumped the tanks. Where every time I dump a tank, I use their fresh water, and they always tell you don't drink that water. So I mean, yeah, I could boil it, but it would taste horrible. It really would. Um, so you can't drink. I no, you never do. That water is just strictly to wash your hands with and wash up your face and whatever your hair and stuff like that. That's what I use that water for. So I have a lot of it left. It's a 30-gallon tank. I think with the 30 gallons, I've got. I don't know what I've gone through. I'm three-quarters of the way full, but right at this point. So let's see. What if you get a Brita filter? You know what? If I had I got a problem with the sink up in the front here. That would be the sink I'd have to use for that, and it's got a leak, and I never fixed that. I just determined from the beginning I wasn't going to use that faucet. I would just simply use the one back in the bathroom back there, you know. But you know what? I save a lot of water that way because I buy those hand cleaners, the 99% virus killer, you know, that I'll do a video on what I use. That'd be another good thing. I'll do a video on some of the ways how I conserve water when I'm on the road. So I'll do a video for that. That's a good thing. And another thing is do a video on setting up that DC TV too. That'll be another good one because I don't see any videos on those TVs because most people use an AC TV. You know, it's just plug and play. Boom. This DC TV is different. You know, you got I don't know if anybody that's got one of these other than Pandemonium from, you know, you guys know who Pandemonium is. She's a star member of the tribe. You know, she hangs with Destination Open Road, and both I talked to both of them, so I'm good. I'm good with both those two groups of people. You know, I've camped with them too. I could camp with them again. I don't think they'd have a problem with me camping with those people. I think Terry and Scott, they know me really well. They're cool. They came right up. I met them. They came right. They actually came. I was trying to set my TVs. Funny thing about that situation, I was setting up a TV antenna to hook up and run a new AC TV that I had, kind of like the same TV I got up here that I want to sell. I try to sell it back to Walmart, but after 90 days they won't take it back. So I'm looking for somebody that could use a TV set, you know, and sell it to them for $100. Yeah, they're gonna pay 150 after tax. So I'd be saving the person $50 buying that TV, and it's brand new. I've never touched it. It's still in the box. Never been opened. It's TCL, 32-inch, smart TV. So it's a good TV. I'd use it, but it's ASA. I should have never bought it because you know what? The reason I bought it is because I didn't see the digital ones, the 12-volt ones, and then Pandemonium did a video that she was gonna buy one in Phoenix. Actually, she got lucky and found one at one of the stores in Phoenix, and then they stopped selling them. They don't even sell them anymore. They just got rid of them. You know, I mean, at least you know through the regular stores, and if you talk about that, they look at you funny. You know. I was up in Prescott Valley and I went to Best Buy and they looked at me like, "Are you freaking nuts, dude? You know, we don't sell that kind. We sell AC TVs." That's the only thing they knew. When I said throw 12 volt, it just threw them off. You know, it threw them way off. And I'm like, wow. So, but yeah. Then I got online and I came through Camping World. So Camping World sells the DC TVs, and they're Jensen. So Jensen specifically makes a DC 12-volt TV specifically for RVs. I guess they were always a company that put TVs in the RVs back in the day. But you got to remember, they put those box style ones. They weren't the flat screens. You know, they weren't those type of TVs. They didn't come out yet back in those days. But of course, they have them now. You know, and I told Pandemonium I left that message for her, and she put a star underneath it for me, and she goes she liked it. She liked the fact that she didn't. Nobody's ever came to her and said, "Hey, I want to get a DC TV," or how I put it to her is like, "Hey, I knew you got one, and I went ahead and got one, but I don't know if we got the same brand TV, but yeah, I definitely got the DC TV at 12 volt." And she was happy. She was impressed that I actually copied her a little bit, you know, and followed in her direction, the direction that she went, because she was trying to conserve. She wanted everything in her RV to be 12 volt, so she wasn't using all of her battery bank up. So, and that's the route I wanted to go too. And when my refrigerator went out. So am I going to replace it with an AC one, or another propane? No, I'm going to go with a 12-volt DC only refrigerator, and I'm going to put it underneath my dinette table. That's where it's going to go, or maybe on the seat or whatever, where I sit on one side of the dinette, since I'm by myself. I don't have two people that are going to be sitting. I'll have be myself on one. I don't know. Maybe this gal Brenda, maybe she works out with me. Maybe she may want to go camping with me here and there. But she has to work a job down here, but I'll see if I can. I could probably have her come out with me, and I'm gonna. I got some buddies that want to do a camping trip in March. They want to do it at either Lake Pleasant or Bartlett. I'm thinking Bartlett would be better because it's cheaper. Because you know you only have to pay for the tonneau pass. It's the tonneau pass is $8 per night, and I think I could get that reduced down to half price, which means I could get it for $4 per night, which is really cool. And then yeah, so I got a friend coming from Las Vegas out here in March, and he wants to do a little thing because his brother died, passed away, and he was our good friend, our really good friend. He wanted to camp. He wanted to do the same very thing that I'm doing, but he wanted to do it with a fifth wheel and buy a Ford truck. So that's what he wanted to do, and he didn't get to. He didn't get there. He applied for disability like I did, and he had a court date to have to meet up with, and his court date was supposed to be in August, this past August, excuse me, or last. When was it supposed to be? What is it? Yeah, it was supposed to be this coming August. Yeah, and we're not even there yet. But anyway, he never made it, so he passed away a couple months back, which really sucks. Um, I don't know what he did. He partied his ass off. Obviously, he gets some money in his hand. That's his way of. He's always done that. I'd warned him. 2 weeks prior, I said, "Walt, stop your partying, man. Stop mixing the prescription with the alcohol. Quit doing it. Quit taking the gabapentin and snorting the stuff up your nose and mixing it with alcohol. Quit doing that. We lost what, two friends already. You think that should be a fair lesson to look back at and to just compare to how everybody does things and just don't party like that because you're gonna cost yourself. He goes, no, I'm not the same as everybody else. I'm different. It's not gonna happen to me. I go, how many people have said that, Walt? That they say, oh, it's not me. It's never gonna be me. And it turns out that is it. I said, Walt, you're 50-something years old. Come on, man. Quit the. I mean, you can have a couple beers here and there. I didn't say you had to stop doing that. Just don't mix the crap up with the drugs, man. Quit doing crystal meth, too. He was doing meth. Told him to stop doing that. I said, you're too old for that. Your body can't take this stuff anymore like it used to. But he didn't listen. I got that dreaded call. I was seeing my cardiologist that one morning, and his sister called me up and says, want to see Walt for the last time. Freaking broke down. Because you want to see Walt for the last time. He's going to be here for the next 30 minutes. I said, yeah, I'll do it. That was tough. We were together for 35 years. Good friends. It was tough. Tough to lose him. It was tough to lose him. And, yeah, we lost him. My other friend, it hurts him more because they love to drink together, They would really pound down the alcohol. And I'd drive. I was a driver. So they'd call me up. Hey, Dave, we need you as a driver, because we're gonna go out partying tonight. I said, oh, okay, I'll do it. The last time, Walt, he actually got so drunk he tripped, fell, cracked his head open. The whole Phoenix PD fire department came out there and had to, put him, patch him up together and took him to the hospital and took him over to where he had to go. It's pretty sad. But yeah, he made it through that. But still, it was just that was just the thing I told him about. Hey, Walt, come on, man, get it together, man. Quit freaking partying like that. We're not freaking 25 anymore, man, like we used to be. You know, he's like, we'll get together and we'll go. We'll get that fifth wheel. And I'll camp out with you, Dave. We'll go over to Parker and we'll hang out there. And I thought, well, that's cool, but let's not plan anything right yet because we're not there yet. So I just dropped a real quick to make a gravel joke to Sam. I'm at the hospital with my grandpa. Okay, well, take care of your family. Yeah, make sure your family members, your grandpa's okay. Yeah, it's important stuff. Yeah. Well, oh man. So yeah, we go. So we still friends with his parents, and that's tough. Parents lose their kid, and then who else? But Norman was his brothers. They were adopted brothers actually. But Norman lives in Las Vegas, and so we spent. We always go to lot. We've always. I've been to Las Vegas so many times. It's like I could do it in my sleep. I could drive there closing my eyes. I've driven that, made that drive. I hate that drive. It's just I could do it really. I get there really quick, but not with the RV, obviously, because it's just take a lot longer to drive. I could do that in my truck and get there and shoot. I used to drive there and I'd get there 3 hours and 50 minutes. I could do 80 miles an hour all the way there. That's what I averaged driving up to Las Vegas. So I could do it, like I said, 3 hours and 50 minutes. That was my record time getting over to Vegas. It was like 170. From where I'm at right now, it'd be like 170 miles one way to Las Vegas. But yeah, I've done that trip. And yeah, we went to Lake Mead. First of all, we partied at the casino. I got reservations for a room there. We all crashed in the same room, and that was pretty cool. We had a good time, and we went to Ellis Island. We drank. They make craft beer there, so we drank craft beer, and they got pizza, barbecue. It's Ellis. If you're gonna go to Las Vegas, I forgot to tell Camo Dave. He should have gone to Ellis Island, and I will tell him that. In the video, I said, hey, if you go back to Vegas, I forgot to tell you one thing. You should have gone to Ellis Island. They should have just met there, because that place is incredible, and that's like a local. That's a local, pretty much a local area where the local Las Vegas people go. That's their little secret place, and so you don't get all the corporate type people that the people like. I'm a seasoned Vegas person because I've been there so many times. My dad worked in Las Vegas, actually. Cause my dad, I'm sorry to say, my dad worked for the mob. He worked for the Cleveland mob, and he got transferred to Las Vegas, and so that was one of his headquarters. But he bought a house in Scottsdale, Arizona, and that's where we moved. And then, but he he commuted from. He basically stationed himself in Las Vegas. It was just for a very short time because he didn't live very long. He basically had a heart condition. He had to do a triple bypass, and he didn't make it. He made it through the surgery, and he didn't survive after. But yeah, his job was to skim off the top. He would go to different hotels. He had certain hotels he'd go to, and he'd strip all the money off the top and give it to the big bosses, and then that's what he did. But he didn't. He wasn't like go with a gun and stuff like that. He didn't do any of that kind of stuff. He was just strictly. I mean, because he worked at DuPont in Cleveland, and the mob ran that freaking outfit completely. So Everybody worked for the mob pretty back in those days because the mob just ran everything. Today's day and age, I don't know what they do, you know. But my dad was really cool anyway. He was an outdoors person, and he loved to fish and camp and all that kind of stuff. He taught my younger brother and I the outdoors and great outdoors, and it was cool. He took us everywhere, and the reason why I do what I do, and know I always have done, is he taught me to do what I do. This was just a camp. It's cool. And my little brother didn't take to it, so he didn't like camp. He did it, but he didn't do it because he liked it. He just did it because all my friends were his friends, and they were all they all camped, and so he camped with us. We were musicians too, so we brought music gear, and I got videos. I'm gonna put all those video stuff on. It's in my YouTube channel. I'm definitely gonna. I gotta get some copies of that made. My friend ever could get around to getting those copies, and I could put all that stuff and make a collage that like a timeshare or not timeshare, but I'm trying to think of the word that the fancy term nation that you use with the cameras, so I could put my little segment pieces in. I could do a live feed and just do it. So I'll just get the laptop going and I'll put a video in there and I'll just go straight and just do it that way. I'll just kind of explain as the scenes come up. We went and did stuff over in Los Angeles and stuff. My friend Paul's dad worked for Hollywood Capitol Records over in California, and he commuted to back. He did the same thing. He commuted from Scottsdale to Arizona to California to work at Capitol Records. My dad did the same thing, but he commuted to Las Vegas. But they put him up in a hotel. He stayed at any hotel he was working at, and they would just he had a room. They room service and whole 9 yards, and that's how they took care of him. He was like he was one of theirs. So. But yeah, he originally worked for the Cleveland mob. Actually, the Cleveland mob boy, they really ran the town of Cleveland back in the late '60s or early '60s. Actually, 40s on up. Really, my dad. I didn't know he'd just be gone, and he was gone. But he all of a sudden he came back, and when he came back, he had to go to the hospital. He went to the hospital, and the next thing you know, we're seeing him in the hospital. Next thing you know, he's got to have surgery, and so he has a heart surgery, and then we seen him the day after, and he passed away after that. We lost him, so it was another tough thing. I go, and I hope someday I can see him, see him again. Yeah. So, but he taught me all that kind of stuff, and it's really cool. But people, well, he must have been a bad guy if he worked for the mob. No, he was not. He didn't do that he didn't do that stuff. Believe me, my mom told me what he did. He was part of it. It was just we came from the old school. He came from being in Czechoslovakia, and my mom was born in Budapest. They met in Europe, and he got away from the those are mobsters that ran all that kind of stuff back there in Europe, and Italy. And my dad was in Italy. He was all over Europe basically. He spoke 7, 8 different languages, and so my mother did too. So, but like I said, from there he got on a boat, got across the United States, and they made their way out here. They made it to the East Coast, so we were in Ohio. We stayed. I guess they came into New York City, and then they came from New York City. They dropped down to Ohio. It's the same nationalities would all be together. Basically, we were in a Czechoslovakian neighborhood in the Cleveland area. I don't even know if they do that anymore, if it's still like that, but it was back then. But it's hard to say if it's like that now. I'd have to go out there and check it out, but I haven't been back there in years and years and years since I don't know, since my 20s or whatever. I used to go back there when I was a little kid. Every summer I'd spent with my cousins out there and stuff. So, but yeah, but it's stories too. And I grew up differently, than most people. I grew up in Scottsdale, Arizona, but when we got to Scottsdale, it was like moving. It was like being in Payson, Arizona. Small town. It was. It was like less than I think. I think that when we got to Scottsdale, I think there's like less than about maybe 500 people in that town. So everybody knew everybody, just like any small town. But it was cool. I mean, that's it's part of my history. Part of how I grew up, and my friend Paul, same way. We lost a couple of our friends now, but we all grew up the same way. Basically, he grew up. We went to different high school in Scottsdale. He went to Scottsdale High. I went to high school called Chaparral High in Scottsdale, which was up in the north part. But south, when I grew up in the South End, I graduated from a grade school called Hohokam, and then I went to Coronado for 2 years, and then of course we moved up north at that point because there wasn't a North Scottsdale, and then all of a sudden they started building houses up there, and my mother wanted to move up there. She was a real estate broker, so that's what she did too. Because after my dad died, that's what she learned to do. She never had to work, and all of a sudden she had to work. She got 5 kids to take care of. So she went and worked for Kmart actually. Kmart. How about that word, Kmart? So I was used to Kmart's. I grew up at Kmart, and then all of a sudden Kmart just got overrun by Walmart. I ended up working for Walmart too for a little bit. And then I got in. I was always into plastic injection molding, but I'd get laid off, and then I'd kind of go off and do something else, and then try some other things and try to see what I wanted to really do, for a living. And then I went to school and got that done, and college, and so my mother wanted me to do, and I did that. And then after that, I liked the plastic injection molding. I stuck with it and just kept doing that as a job, and that's how I made my living. That's how I live now because of that. I'm living like I am now. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be living like this. It wouldn't be like that for sure. I'm positive on it. But one good thing's happened this week. I met up with that girl Glenda. Brenda, excuse me. I'm getting her name wrong, but so I met up with her, and she seems to be working out pretty good. She talked with me, chatted for a long time, and she said she couldn't find a boyfriend because she had kids. Nobody wanted her because she had kids. I said, I don't degrade you because you have kids. That's not even. I said, your kids are grown up now, but she's looking for somebody. She's alone, just like me. And I said, you know what? I said, I'd like to meet up. I think we could, maybe we can do something. And I didn't make it out like I was gonna try to be her boyfriend or whatever. I just thought I always work things slowly. But sometimes you get to this age, things go quicker than you think. But it worked out. It's so far it's working out pretty good. She keeps chatting with me all the time. She goes, if you're at the bus stop, man, get your phone out and start chatting if you're waiting for the bus. And of course, every time I got there, I was getting on the bus, so it's kind of hard. I'm shopping. I can't be texting while I'm carrying the cart around, so that didn't work out too well either. But I got. She kind of helped me out. She's like, well, she's like, okay, get some chicken broth. Chicken broth. Get that. Get some chicken soup. That's what you need for your virus there. It'll help you. It'll help your body help fight the virus. In addition to what you're taking currently with your medications, from the doctor. And I said, okay. She's like being a mother to me. Like my mother used to do that. I go, here we go. Here we go again. I had one lady that did that with me. Only one. She was the one I was going to marry, but it didn't work out. But this one doesn't have nobody. She's all by herself. She's not married. She's not anything. So maybe this will be it. I said, I'm going to be camping up in Flagstaff for the summer. You get a weekend. Come on, every other weekend, come on up and visit me. And, let's camp out. I'll make room for you in here, and we cook and do whatever, barbecue. So I got a good barbecue and stuff like that. So she liked all that. Thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, it'd be nice if I don't have to be, if I got somebody to keep my time going, So that'd be nice. So I'll work it. I'll work hard at it. Believe me. Probably gonna lose everybody out of here for talking about all this crap here. I don't think I got. Let's see, who do I got in here? I don't think I have D or D Dub in here, and I don't think I got. I don't think I have. What's his face either? I think I got Caesar. I think I've got you. I think there's only. It says three, but I think there's only two people in here, really. You know, that's what I think. But yeah, I'm sorry I break down in here because yeah, some crazy stuff. Yeah, just the way I kind of grew up, But yeah, I was walking a lot. My feet. I'm diabetic, so I got these special shoes I'm supposed to get, and they're up north, and I might haven't been able to get up there, so I think I might have to find a way to get a ride up there to get that truck down here. So I got transportation around. I could park it on the street here somewhere, and at least I got the truck. I got the RV park. That'd be kind of like I had it set up when I was up in Cottonwood there. I'd use a little truck to go get all my supplies and everything. Then I can get my water and all that kind of stuff like that. I gotta have my drinking water. I usually just buy the flats of it, but shoot, that's too heavy for me to carry. I'll have to figure something else out till I get that little truck down there. But yeah, so we'll do all that. But I'm trying to think of what else I got going on here. I don't know what you guys all got going on here. Just trying to figure out what. I don't think Caesar's in here anymore. I think it's just you, Charles. I'm surprised you're in there. Don't you have? Aren't you on the road? Aren't you traveling, man? Did you hit the road? But yeah, I'll get. I was originally gonna watch a movie, but I'm just not. I'm not gonna have the internet. I don't want to set the freaking thing up. Don't want to plug the laptop in and stuff like that. I'm gonna leave the laptop where it's at. I'll watch a movie something tomorrow or something like that. That's what I'll do tomorrow. Yeah, but don't even know all that's in here. I think there's just one person in here, but um, yeah. So who's in here? Who is in here? It says four people, but I don't know. Not sure. I got picked up some stuff at the 99-cent store. Got some vegetables I ate. So that's pretty much what my dinner was tonight. Vegetables. I I would like to eat a can of chicken soup, but I don't know. My stomach's. I don't want to put no more food in my stomach. I don't like to. I don't want to. I don't ever want to fill my stomach up and go to sleep. I get. That the vegetable bag of vegetables was enough for me, man. Fresh vegetables. It's the best kind of vegetables to eat. And I had the ranch dressing. I got all that from the 99-cent store. It was all good. I usually don't like the vegetables I can trust, but as for dips and stuff like that, I would never trust that stuff from the 99-cent store. But they got great prices on their snacks, but I don't need to eat those snacks. The snacks basically are just me eating the vegetables. That's me eating potato chip, a piece of cauliflower and the ranch dressing. That's pretty much it for me. But I got some tea in here too. I'm gonna make some. I can make some hot tea with some lemon and some honey. I think that'd be pretty good. But like I said, I don't want to put any more stuff in my stomach. I think that's pretty much it for me tonight. I think I fell asleep and I actually tried to set the phone up and turn all the lights off and try to go to sleep. And I don't think I don't think it worked out too well. I think a lot of people just said, they all took off and left the channel. Oh man. Hey, another thing cool I forgot to tell you guys is I was checking something out on YouTube. There's a vehicle that Winnebago came out with a new camper. Looks like a Sprinter van, but it's 4-wheel drive. They're never. I don't think they've ever done a camper 4-wheel drive ever before like that. With a Winnebago. That's the first ever for Winnebagos. I think it's got to be at least probably 100 and a half, probably 150 grand or something like that. It's got to be pretty expensive. But the way they design it's pretty cool. The bed is up at the top, and what you do, the bed actually lowers, and it comes down to a level where you could put totes and stuff underneath. I think they measured it out to be 24 inches tall, high, at the very bottom portion of it, and then they got the bed way up above, which is basically the same kind of setup that they had for the RVs. It was a Class A RV called a Leprechaun. And I don't, what was it called? It was something else, I think. You guys might know what it was called, but it was a Class A, small, about 22 feet long, and it had the bed up that go to the top, right behind the driver's quarters, and then the thing would you push the button, and the thing would lower down, and then that would be your bed. That's how you'd sleep every night. It looked like it was really cool. But they kind of used that design, but they made it come from the very back of the Sprinter van versus the Class A. It was up at the very front. But the Class A thing, they had the kitchenette thing in the back, and then also the bathroom was back there too, and then the bed was up in the front with the Class A, and then when it came to the Sprinter vans, I didn't actually see the bathroom in the Sprinter van. I may have to go watch that because I didn't see a bathroom in there. I don't remember seeing that part of it, so I want to go back and check that out. I mean, that's an important factor of that bathroom in there. So, but anyway, oh man, my stomach. Ah. Anyway, I'm gonna close out the video here tonight. I gotta use the restroom here, so I don't want to leave you guys sit on here. So, but this is a good video tonight. Got talked about a lot of things, and we'll catch you guys. I'll come back in here tomorrow night like I usually do in the evening hours, and I'll do another live feed here. So keep these live feeds going, and then I'll try to figure out a way to do a video, some kind of edited video, using my little bit of editing skills that I have, which is not much, and then do a segment on the light rail that's here in Phoenix and kind of show you what that's about. I think that'd be kind of cool, how much it costs, how you get the passes for it, and where it takes you and stuff. I'll go on it and I'll just kind of ride with the thing, and probably go down to downtown Phoenix, get off, come back up, and do something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Do something like that. And I'll put some music in it. I'll try to figure out some music to put in it. But maybe I'll just kind of play it by ear for now. But yeah, so yeah, I was just gonna say goodnight to you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I will come back tomorrow and we'll do some more. So you guys, so let me see who's still left in here. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to you guys. Good night, and kind of like to do a camper van Kevin thing, Well, it comes time when we gotta end the video right here, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in and watching this video, and watching all my videos as well too, because you guys, and I thank you guys for supporting, for what I do, and you guys do too. So you guys, and everybody supports each other, and I guess that's something that hasn't been done in YouTube for A lot of people just aren't doing that anymore on YouTube. People are kind of thinking YouTube's kind of like getting squashed, kind of going by the wayside. People are getting real stingy with one another on YouTube for some reason. Blind Views was talking about it, It's like, well, I guess everybody likes to rip one another. Caravan Carolyn, she likes to rip people, but she don't like to be ripped back. That's the thing. But I got a video coming for her. I'm gonna do a parody with me putting on a wig and acting, but I'm gonna have this beard. It's gonna be funny. But I haven't done it yet. But I've been talking about it, and I thought maybe I won't do it, because maybe I'll give her a break. But nah, I'm not gonna give that woman a break. She doesn't need a break. She's just an evil person. We're gonna make fun of her. Might as well. Got to make something. Somebody. I think Supertramp said, "Hey, there's no stuff to do anymore. It's all boring. Looking for something. I try to tell him to go do somebody else. He says, nah, her streams are too long. Well, don't cover her streams. But this girl doesn't do a video. She does streams. So all she does is try to drag people in and out. That's what this girl does. But she's kind of like camper. She's kind of like Caravan Carolyn a little bit. But anyway, I always find some way to keep the video going just a little bit longer. But yeah, it comes time that we got to end it. But I'm going to see you guys. We'll be back for another video. I think I'll just kind of leave this one up. This one's a little different video than what most of the live streams are about, or what they have been. So, but you guys all take care tonight, man. I thank you guys for coming in here and supporting me, and let's all help each other, support each other here on YouTube. Let's not let everybody destroy us, trying to do what we like doing. So let's keep the good faith going and keep us all going and keep us alive. There's always some extra people that tend to come in at the tail end. I don't know why that always is, but it is. So if you're new in here, I just want to say goodnight to you guys, and we'll catch you on the next feed. I do these all the time now, so there's no exception to why I can't do another one another night. It's just so something's happen differently each day. So something different to talk about, different subjects to talk about. So, but I thank all you guys, bottom of my heart, come here and listen to me. Cry and you know. But I don't like the eBay. I'm broken down here in my RV, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this thing. It's not starting, and we've done a few things there today, this afternoon, and couldn't figure out what the heck is causing. If there's, I could check. I could turn the ignition, check to see if there's fuel coming from underneath. See if the fuel pump's pumping, then I know it's not that. But if I don't see fuel pumping, then it could be the fuel pump. But I just put a brand new one in here, so it's kind of hard for me to believe it could be that. I'm kind of leaning towards the alternator. The guy next door thought maybe the starter, so we tapped it and we still couldn't get it to start. But anyway, those are the troubles I got. So I wish I could eat back like Caravan Carolyn, but I just don't. I try to dig whatever kind of penny I could dig up to make whatever happen. To get things fixed. That's the way I've always done it. So you guys all take care tonight, and I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys tonight. We'll see you on the next one. So let's all say goodbye to one another. I'm gonna wave goodbye here. So wait for you guys to come in here. Okay, so say goodbye. So I'll have some nice goodbyes here. Let's all say goodnight to one another. Who all's in here? So, okay, guys, we're gonna close it out. So this will be it. So, again, good night, and you guys, I can't thank you enough. See you next time. Okay.